We've arrived at Highlands Hammock State Park in Florida. Let's go check it out. Okay, this is the map of Highlands Hammock State Park in Florida. And right now we're at the CCC Museum. I'm going to show you around here. There's a large picnic area here, restrooms. The centerpiece of this park are these spectacular hiking trails down here. Now they're short hiking trails that take you back into a hammock, and it is just it's spectacular. We've been here several times. I'm going to give you a few clips back in here, and then we're going to go over to the family camping area, and I'll show you some preferred campsites over in the campground. So let's get to it. Well, here's the CCC Museum. It's pretty neat inside. They have a lot of exhibits. The CCC built this park. It says here the Civilian Conservation Corps Company 453 constructed the museum, concession buildings, roads, and bridges 1934 to 1942. So the CCC Museum that we just looked at is over there. And this is a large open area that I'm standing in right now. Makes a big loop. And right here is the park store. And they have a bike rental shack right off to the right there. And it looks like they use this area. It says music in the park. You could put a good number of people in this green area that I'm standing in right now. And then off to the behind this platform right here is the picnic area. So I'm going to walk you back in there and show you the picnic area. It is a very large picnic area. The restrooms are off to the left in that building up there. You can see there's a pavilion right up in here. Lots of picnic tables. There's a playground back in there, and then more pavilions back in here. This is the Hammock Inn Camp store. It's open daily 9 to 5. And it's a gift shop. They sell snacks, drinks, ice cream. There's free Wi-Fi in here. There's a bike rental place. You can get your firewood and ice, and also this is where you catch the tram tour. There's a 1-hour tram tour. And this is what the tram looks like. This hammock is really neat. There's a loop trail that goes all the way around it, and you have various different hiking paths that shoot off. Off to the right here, that's a bike trail. People bike. They either bring their bikes in, they bike, or they're coming from the campground. But very scenic. Right now, we're at the Ancient Hammock Trail, and Melody and I and Milo is allowed on this trail. We're going to go back in here, and I'll provide you some short clips. It's just spectacular scenery here. Once you get back in this hardwood hammock, it is really dense and lush. You have a mix. You can see some of the large hardwood trees intermingled with all the palm. There's my buddy. I can see why they call this the Ancient Trail. Look how big some of these hardwoods are. mixed in with all this palm. We're still on the ancient trail. We've been here several times, and as I recall, this area used to be an orchard, and so you'll still find some orange trees strewn throughout the hammock. If I zoom in, you should be able to see here, right in there. You see those oranges? Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let me go catch up with Melody. You know, we're walking along here. There's more oranges.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick walk around the Fern Garden Trail. Milo is once again not allowed on this trail, so Lou is back in the parking area, and they're just going to hang out there until I'm done. Hoping to see an alligator. Okay, I just ran into a gentleman on this trail I'm on. It's a elevated boardwalk trail, and he's out there looking, so I stopped by, and he told me this is Fern. He also said that she's been gone for a while, and they don't know if she came back to lay some eggs. They're not quite sure what the story is behind it, but here's Fern. She's posing nice and pretty.
Here's the entrance to the Highlands Hammock State Park campground. Let's take a walk around. I'm going to show you preferred sites. These are sites that I'd want to come back and camp in. Well, I'm in the center of the campground, and here is the centralized shower house and restroom facility. They have a centralized dishwashing station here at the campground as well. Melody and I have been to this campground several times. Our favorite location here is on the outer loop. That is a separate shower house right there. And right adjacent to it are some big rig friendly sites. This is site number 29. You can get any size rig in there. Here's another look at site 129. It is a handicap site, and you have plenty of room there, all paved. Site 130, also a very large site. You can get any size rig in there and get it level, and it is also all paved. And I do see, although that's a 50 amp cable, they do have a splitter, a adapter on there, so that might be a 30 amp site. As I recall, this campground only went up to 30 amp, but I'll verify. They do have handicap parking here, and there's parking on the other side, and they do have several sets of washers and dryers in with those restrooms. The restrooms are closed right now, but the washer, there are people over there doing their laundry, and then you can park right over in here. And you can see right next to the soda machine, you have one set of washers and dryers, and there's more on the other side. Site number 133 is a keeper, and that's the seating area for site 133. They do have a playground here in the campground, and then right across from the playground they have a campfire circle. Well, almost stepped on that snake right there. I don't know if you can see him. It's a black snake right in there. I was walking you back to take a look at the campfire circle they have back here. So the restrooms and not shower house, but laundry facility was up that way. And I'm panning around showing you the campground. A lot of these sites The camping site is on grass and you're under pines. Here are some of the better sites. None of them would be preferred, quote, preferred sites that I'd want to reserve, but this gives you an idea what some of them look like. The three that I recommend are the three that I previously showed you, and they start right here. They're all paved and they're right across from that laundry facility. Here's another section of the camping loop. The park is extremely busy. I'm filming this in mid-March. And there was a line. I haven't seen any sewer hookups. And that explains the line. I believe they were backed up 4 deep getting into the dump station. Okay, so I found a shaded site. You can get any size rig in there. This is site 109. It is a massive site. That's a look back at your site right there. Let me walk back in there and show you around. Okay, so these are the hookups for site 109. You can see the water hookup right there. There's two nozzles coming out of that one hookup. This is the electric service for site 109. It is a 30 amp service, no sewer. This is a look back at your site. You can get, I would say, any size rig in there, and you can get level. It's a final look back at site 109 going down the book for Highlands Hammock State Park Campground. And I wasn't lying about the line at the dump station. There's one. And here's another waiting. I think I'm going to leave it here. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.